In this question, we need to figure out the transformed equation of this original equation when the axes are rotated through an angle of 90 degrees. Okay, so let's understand the situation first of all. This is the given equation, the original equation. And what we are doing over here is this is x-axis and this is y-axis. So we are rotating our axis. We are rotating our axis anti-clockwise through an angle of 90 degrees. So if I rotate this x-axis anti-clockwise through an angle of 90 degree, what would I get? I'll get this axis itself. The new x-axis will be what? Coinciding with what? Original y-axis. Okay. Similarly, this y-axis, I'm talking about this y-axis. This y-axis will also get rotated anti-clockwise direction such that now the transformed y-axis is coinciding with what? Original negative x-axis. Do you agree or not? So here what I can do is I can clearly write that capital X is equals to y and capital Y is equals to minus x. Isn't it? These are the two informations which we are getting by observation. Okay, so this is my favorite method, but you do have another method as well to calculate these two things, and that method is what? So whenever the axes are rotated through an angle and anti-clockwise direction, we always have this formula, this relation. So original x coordinate is equals to capital X final x coordinate cos theta minus final y coordinate sin theta, and similarly y is equals to x sin theta plus y cos theta. We have this. If you calculate by this logic, this formula, then also you'll get this information. I'll show you how. So small x is equals to capital X cos 90 degree minus y sin 90 degree, isn't it? And similarly, small y is equals to what? Capital X sin 90 degree plus y cos 90 degree. Cos 90 degree is 0. So small x will be equals to what? Minus capital Y. So small x is equals to minus capital Y, one and same thing, isn't it? And small y is equals to capital X, one and same thing. So these two informations we are getting from this, that first one is what? Small x is equals to minus y, and second one is y is equals to x. Okay. Both are one and same thing. You can refer to any of these two. Now we need to obtain the transformed equation, isn't it? So we just need to put the value of small x from this equation, the value of small y from this equation in this original equation. Let's quickly do that. One step problem. So here a y square will be there because x will be replaced by minus y square. So a minus y square will be there. Okay, cool. This 2h xy, so 2h small x minus y and small y is capital X. Sorted. Plus by square, so b x square this time by this. Cool. And plus 2g. Small x is equals to what? Minus capital Y. Plus 2fy. Y is what? Capital X. Plus c equals to 0. We have just removed the existence of actually small x and small y from this equation. So finally our equation is completely in terms of what? Capital X and capital Y. So I have final equation as b capital X square, this term. What about y square term? Plus a y square term. And I have minus 2h xy term, this term. Minus 2f, okay, plus 2fx minus 2gy plus c equals to 0, which will match with which option? Option A. Yeah. Got it? In this question, it is given that a rod of length 3L units slides with its end A and B on the x and y axis respectively. Then we are interested in the locus of the centroid of triangle OAB, where O be the origin. So let's understand slowly, gradually this situation visually. So do you remember what I told you before? Once you plot the diagram, once you plot the graph or diagram or rough sketch in this particular straight lines, so what will happen? The question will automatically get solved 50%. Yes? So here, what is given in the question is we have a rod whose length is 3L, and this rod length 3L is sliding on the coordinate axis. Okay. So, and this end points are A and B respectively. And we are interested in what? Locus of the centroid of triangle OAB. Okay, locus of the centroid of triangle OAB. So this is 0, 0, origin we all know. So let us assume this distance as what? A. Or let us assume the coordinates of A is what? A, 0. Yes. Similarly, let us assume the coordinates of B is 0, B. Okay, cool. So now I have all the three coordinates with me. And I am interested in what? Centroid. Locus of the centroid of this particular triangle. Okay. So here I have centroid. The formula, how to calculate centroid. For that, I'll just need three coordinates of the vertices. So O, A, B, everything is with me. So let's calculate the centroid. So centroid, x coordinate of the centroid will be what? H, isn't it? X coordinate of the centroid will be what? H, and y coordinate will be K, because this locus of G, H, K we need to determine. You know that whenever you need to calculate locus of any point, the first and foremost thing is to take that point as H, K. So we have taken the centroid as H, K. Now H will be equals to what? X1, that is 0 plus A plus 0 by 3. This 0, this A and this 0. Similarly, K is what? 0 plus 0 plus B by 3. This gives me 3H is equals to A and 3K is equals to B. Are you getting my point? 3H is equals to A, 3K is equals to B. Okay. Now listen to me carefully. This would be extremely helpful as far as the problems of locus is concerned. So here, okay, how many variables, how many parameters do we have? So 3L is already given to us, so we don't need to worry about, which is given in the question already. H, K we have to take. We cannot do anything about H, K. We have to keep H, K in this picture. But two things we need to remove out of this particular picture is this. Because I have introduced A, 0 and 0, B. Question is not telling me what is in, what is B. I have introduced by myself. Isn't it? So I have to remove by somehow this small a and small b. By which parameters? The parameters, existing parameters, that is h, k or l. Can you write the value of a in terms of either of these three parameters and the value of b in terms of either of these three parameters? Yes, of course, we have done that already. So first intention, first agenda is, first of all, we have introduced these two variables, which are what? A, 0 and 0, b. But we are going to remove it by this particular process. Somehow we need to remove it. So we have got the chance to remove it by using the formula of centroid. So A is what? 3H. So that means coordinate of A will be what? 3H, 0. Isn't it? And this will be what? 0, 3K. Extremely important step. Now I don't have A and B in my picture. I just have H, K and L. And I can use this L because this is already given in the question and in the options as well. L is there in the options. Okay. So how to establish a relation between H, K and L? That we need to look. So here, what I can clearly see, that length of this rod is given to us. Isn't it? And this distance I know. 2 points O and A I know, and so this distance I already know. Similarly, OB distance I already know. This is a right angle triangle. So you tell me now what to do. Of course, we'll apply Pythagoras theorem, isn't it? So let's apply the Pythagoras theorem and finally get our locus. Just that, one step question. OA square plus OB square is what? AB square. So OA square is what? 3H minus 0 whole square. OB square 3K minus 0 whole square. AB is the length of this particular rod 3L square. So overall what I'll be getting is H square plus K square equals to L square. So X square. H will be replaced by X. Y will be replaced by K will be replaced by Y. And we'll be getting what the final answer as? Option A. Are you getting my point? In this question, we need to figure out the area enclosed by this particular inequality, which is 2 modulus x plus 3 modulus y less than or equals to 6. Okay, so now there are 2 modulus involved. right? So 2 modulus involved, that means how many cases would be there? Okay, if I talk about the x, this modulus, 2 cases would be there. First one would be x greater than or equals to 0. Second one would be what? X less than 0. Similarly, there would be 2 cases of y. Y is greater than or equals to 0. Y is less than 0. Similarly, in this as well, y is greater than or equals to 0. Y is less than 0. So, in total, there would be how many cases? 4 cases. So, there would be how many inequalities? 4 inequalities. Let's talk about those inequalities one by one. Very first inequality, when x greater than 0 and y greater than 0. When x greater than or equal to 0 and y greater than or equals to 0, then both the modulus will get open with a positive sign, such that what I have right now is 2x plus 3y less than or equals to 6. Similarly, our next case, when x is still greater than or equals to 0 but y is less than 0, so y will get open with a negative sign, x still is getting open with positive sign, 2x minus 3y less than or equals to 6. Next, when x is less than 0 but y this time is greater than or equals to 0, so this x is having a negative sign, y is still having a positive sign, minus 2x plus 3y less than or equals to 6. And last, when both are negative, both sign will be negative. 4 inequalities. This is sorted. Okay, now what to do? Actually, inequality, let's forget about the inequality for a moment and let's talk about the equality. What happens when this sign is equality? So there would be 4 lines. And if we carefully observe the 4 lines, these 2 lines, which is what, 2x plus 3y is equals to 6 and minus 2x minus 3y is equals to 6 are parallel lines. First and last are parallel lines. And again, these 2 are also parallel. 2x minus 3y less than or equals to 6. So that means 2x minus 3y equals to 6 and 2x minus 2x plus 3y equals to 6. These 2 are parallel lines. Okay, that simply means that this is a parallelogram. Yes, and in fact, this is a special case of parallelogram. That means this is a rhombus. Yes, all 4 sides, if you calculate by symmetricity, all 4 sides of this particular rhombus would be equal. So, this represents rhombus with sides this, and this. What about the inequality this time? Since inequality is there. Yes, I agree, inequality is there. Inequality means that in each and every line, we need to pick some region. What region we need to pick? That we need to check with the inequality. Okay, so these are the 4 lines. It is representing rhombus. But what about the area? So for rhombus, let's calculate vertex of the rhombus one by one. To calculate vertex, we need to solve the lines. So here, if you solve these 2, what do you get? You just add these 2 equations. So 4x is equals to what? 12. X would be 3. So x would be 3 and y would be what? 0. So 3, 0 is one of the vertex. Similarly, if you solve each and every pair, what would you get? 3, 0 is one of the vertex. Minus 3, 0 would also be there. 0, 2, 0, minus 2. Let's now plot the figure. Okay, this is the figure. Okay. And each and every inequality, if you talk about first line, which area we need to decide? This area. Yes, the inside area. So let us take an example. 2x plus 3y is equals to 6. This line. Okay. And in fact, the inequality says 2x plus 3y less than or equals to 6. Right. So 0, 0 origin. If you satisfy origin, if you satisfy this origin, is this inequality is getting satisfied? Yes, of course, it is getting satisfied. That means the area which is containing the origin is the area for this particular inequality. Okay. Similarly, 2x minus 3y less than or equals to, again, origin is satisfying. That means for each and every line, the area which is enclosing origin, that is the area. That means that the area which all the 4 inequalities are forming is nothing but this rhombus only. So we need to calculate area of the rhombus, right? To calculate area of the rhombus, area is half diagonal 1 multiplied diagonal 2. That means we need to figure out the length of the diagonal this time. Yes. And what we can clearly see is this length is 6 units and this length is 4 units. So one diagonal is 6 and one diagonal is 4. So that would be what? 12 square units would be the area of this particular rhombus. That gives me option C as the right answer. In this question, it is given that if the sum of the reciprocals of the intercepts made by a straight line on the coordinate axis is a constant k, then the line will always pass through which point, that we need to figure out in terms of k. Okay, so let's go one by one. Okay, so let's assume the equation of line as x by a plus y by b is equals to 1, right? And as per the question, if the sum of the reciprocal of the intercept made by the straight line on the coordinate axis is equals to k, so that simply means that this a is what? X-intercept, and b is what? Y-intercept. If I take reciprocal of x-intercept, what do I get? 1 by a. Similarly, reciprocal of y-intercept, 1 by b. Sum of the reciprocal of these two intercept is given as k in the question. Okay, and we need to figure out from which particular point this straight line is gonna pass. So that is very thoughtful question. So if I want to compare these two things, on the right hand side, if you take a glance, here is 1, here is k. So why not divide whole equation by k? If I do that, 1 by ka plus 1 by kb is equals to 1. Now forget this part and remember these two, only these two. You just need to look at equation number 1, equation number 2 and let me know that what is the one thing which you are able to see. Which value of x and which value of y you need to put in this particular equation so as to get this equation. It is pretty simple that in the place of x I am putting 1 by k, in place of y I am putting 1 by k. Same. 1 by k comma 1 by k. If I am trying to satisfy in this particular equation, I am gonna get this. Yes, automatically. That means somewhere someone is sitting and trying to satisfy 1 by k comma 1 by k in this particular equation to get 1 by ka plus 1 by kb is equals to 1. That simply means that 1 by k comma 1 by k is the point which is passing through this particular line. In this question, it is given that if the axis is shifted to this point, minus 2 comma minus 3, and then rotated through pi by 4 in an anti-clockwise direction, then the transformed equation of this particular equation will be what? Okay, so here first thing, origin is shifted to what? Minus 2 comma minus 3. Let us understand what is happening over here. So origin is shifted to this new point, minus 2 comma minus 3. Let's say this is h comma k, and this is what? Capital X comma capital Y, and this is small x small y. So we know that what is the relation between original coordinates and the final coordinates in this particular context. Yes, these are the things. So here x will be equals to what? X minus 2, y will be equals to y minus 3. But wait, there is second stage involved. Second thing also is involved over here. What is the second thing? Second thing over here is we are rotating these axes further such that this is x dash and we are rotating it with an angle of pi by 4 and this is y dash. Yes, so we have a relation between what? This and this. That means we have a relation between x comma y and x dash comma y dash. These two relations. Yes, but here the agenda is to get the relation, direct relation between x comma y and x dash comma y dash. So we are facing two things over here. First, we'll have the relation between small x and capital X. Then we'll have a relation between capital X and capital X dash. Capital Y and capital Y dash. Are you getting my point? And then we'll observe that how to get the direct relation between small x and y and capital X dash and capital Y dash. Okay. So this relation we have already got. Let's write it on the next slide. This is the slide. Okay. Now, what is happening over here? We have this as x, this as y. Cool. This as x, this as y, and we are rotating our axis such that the final situation is this. Okay, let me draw it properly, nicely. Yes. This is angle pi by 4. Now, we want a relation between capital X and capital X dash, which will be given by this. Let's calculate. So, here this is capital X and capital Y, and these are x dash and y dash. Cos pi by 4, sin pi by 4, sin pi by 4, cos pi by 4. This is the way how you remember this formula actually. Cos, cos, sin, sin. Here minus sign, here plus sign. So what I'll be getting is capital X equals to x dash minus y dash by root 2. Capital Y is equals to what? X dash. Okay, capital Y is equals to x dash plus y dash by root 2. Now I have relation between x, capital X and capital X comma y and capital X dash comma y dash. We have this relation. We have this relation as well. That is relation between small x comma y and capital X comma capital Y. Let's write down these four relations together. So the agenda is to finally calculate the direct relation between these two. Already discussed small xy and capital X dash y dash. How to do that? We just need to take out the value of capital X from this, which is what? Small x plus 2. So this will be replaced by small x plus 2. This will be replaced by small y plus 3, such that small x will be equals to what? X dash minus y dash by root 2 minus 2. Y will be equals to what? X dash plus y dash by root 2 minus 3. These are the two equations and this is the original equation. We just now need to put these two values in this particular equation. Yes, equation number 1, equation number 2 and the original equation. Let's put the value of small x and small y. From this, if we do that, we'll be getting this complete expression in terms of what? X dash and y dash. Okay, now we just need to solve this as much as possible. Okay, let's do that. A square minus b square, let's quickly apply. So here I'll be getting what? A plus b. So summation of these two, 2x dash by root 2 minus 5 minus 2y dash by root 2 plus 1, a minus b, a plus b. Rest terms remains as it is for now. As it is, yes, copying all the terms, cool. Now, if you solve this, what would you get actually? You'll get 8 by root 2 x dash plus 12 by root 2 y dash minus 2x dash y dash, okay, 4x dash y dash, yes, 4 by 2 actually, yeah, 4 by 2 x dash y dash minus 21 is equals to 0. If you simplify this, you'll get this. Now, this will get cancelled out. If you take LCM, what would you get? 8x dash plus 12y dash minus 2 root 2 x dash y dash minus 21 root 2 is equals to 0. Okay, so this is the transformed equation. Now, if you match with the options, what you can see in the options is that small x and small y is used. That is pretty okay. No problem. We just need to replace this x dash and y dash by x and y. Okay, if I do that, we'll get what? Option A as the correct answer. Okay, got it?